sir. Hi, Nandini. I am waiting for Brahmateja to come online. So once he is online, I am going to go live. We just take a few more minutes. Hi. Hi, Sharad sir. Good evening. Waiting for BT to come online, then I'm going to go live with him. Being online any moment, and once he comes online, then I'm going to go live with one and the only BT. It will take few minutes. Hi Vivahita, hi Ananya, hi Yash. He is online. Hi Sripad sir. Hi Benazir, hi Swarnika.
No.
Yes, he is online, and I will take few more minutes, one minute max, and we will start our live. So I will just start with the introduction of you, then we can go live. We will wait for a few more people to join us. We already have more than 20-30 people online. And hi Raghavendra. So once everybody is there, we'll go live. Good evening. Good evening. I think my voice is audible now. So today we will be starting. Friends, I want to tell something today. We have an extraordinary person with me today. He is really extraordinary person because I have seen him growing up since his childhood, and he was one of my favorite skater in the national team, and as well as he was one of my favorite because since very young age I have been watching him growing up, and he eventually went on to win so many national school that he was national champion many times when the greats like Pratik Raja, Nikhilesh Tabane, and greats like Stephen Paul and so many of them were there, but he was our national champion. Along with Pratik, he shared a lot of medals in the national championship. When he was skating, he was really on fire. Many of my viewers who did not see him race, he was a real delight to watch on skate. He was so strong whenever he wore skate. You know, he made sure that he gets back with gold medal. That is none other than our 17 times national gold medalist. Out of that, he has won about 11 golds in senior category and 6 golds in the age group categories. Most of his winning came in senior category, senior men's category, when the competition was really, really tough. Great skaters like Pratik Raja, Nikhilesh Tabane, and all were there. Stephen Paul, all were there, and he was Akash Saradhya, so many, Akash Raju, G.V. Raghavendra, so many best skaters were there. Still, he managed to win a whooping 17 gold in the national championship, and he also made it 5 times in the India team, 2 times to the world championship, if I am correct, and twice to Asian championship. He was in our relay team. Also, we also narrowly missed to the relay bronze medal because he had some problems. Then twice he was in the relay team. Then he was also the team member for 2010 Guangzhou Asian Games. That was one event where he was also there in the Asian Games, and he is one of the real delight to watch when he is skating. I want to tell my viewers about my personal experience with him. I remember him remember that Brahma Teja used to wear a jacket. He was so confident about himself. He used to wear a jacket on which it used to written that I am BT, I am Brahma, come and beat me if you can. If I am right, this used to be the caption which he wore before entering the ring, and he used to take few laps with the jacket on. Then he used to go and win the race also. And a lot of people, I used to think him as Mike Tyson of skating. Only one person comes to my mind that is Mike Tyson. He used to butcher his opponent before the race with his mind play and the ruthless endurance what he had. And he used to be the favorite for one of the toughest race, that was point-to-point and elimination, long-distance races, which he, starting from Faridabad, which he won in great stride. With such a huge margin he used to win. And what else I can say? You can ask a lot of questions from the man himself. It is none other than Brahma Teja, the skating's one and the only Mike Tyson of skating, the Brahma Teja, the greatest skater, and the confidence with which he was carrying himself. Now I don't see such confidence, because during his national, all the golds, many golds he shared with none other than Pratik Raja, one of the greatest skater of Karnataka. Then he also competed a lot of races with Nikhilesh Tabane, Stephen Paul. He had a lot of tough competition in the Andhra Pradesh, which was very large state, and with Telangana added, and it was such a huge team, tough competition. They had Chaitanya, they had so many people competing against him in the state selection itself. But still, I want to tell my viewers that Brahma Teja used to do it with such a great style. I thought, with great difficulty, I was able to find him on Instagram, because he is with his name, BT. I was searching for Brahma Teja, but we all used to call him BT. And he is on Instagram. Please do follow him on Instagram. He is with a nickname what he carried, and he is one of our guests today, because he is our national champion also. I want to ask him a lot of questions also during my talk with him, and viewers also can ask him a lot of questions, know about him, how he was thinking when he raced, what was going through his mind. That is one of the major thing which came to my mind. What was going through his mind when he wore those jackets and went on to win the gold medal? What was going through his mind? It must be really tough. Very confident skater. Here we are. And first question I want to ask is, as usual, I want to sing a song for him. And I thought I'm going to sing a stanza for him, because I was searching a lot of songs, but then I thought, for one of the most patriotic person, what else I can sing? None other than another patriotic song. I thought I will sing this song. I am not, as usual, I am not a great singer, so I am not trained also to do this. But because we are locked down inside our homes with Corona, so I thought I will sing a song for you. जिस देश में मेरा पिया, उस देश में मेरा जिया, कितना मुश्किल है दिल का लगाना, परदेस आना, परदेस आना। ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन, ये दुनिया एक दुल्हन, दुल्हन की माथे की बिंदिया, ये मेरा इंडिया, आई लव माई इंडिया, वतन मेरा इंडिया, सजन मेरा इंडिया। You know, this song is dedicated to you because I have seen you most of your international event. I was there with you coaching the Indian team, and I found you as one of the most patriotic skater to do a teamwork for the country. And I have created this lot of situations for you wherein you have ended up sacrificing a lot of things. And I want to tell my viewer my one experience with Brahma, that is, in one of the Asian Championship, we had a lot of tough time in China, Haining City. We had very tough time with Iranian and Japanese guys irritating Brahma Teja. And I just signaled Brahma Teja, go ahead and do what you want to do. And that was the only one signal. He went and he bashed up the Japanese guys so much. I think the Japanese guy still remembers that day, because he was doing so much mischief on skate with Brahma Teja and their team.
I don't know, I'm sure after that day, anybody would have thought twice before messing up with an Indian skater ever again.
Yeah, that is exactly what I want to tell my viewers, that after doing this, we came out and only 2 people were laughing their heart out. Sitting outside, if you remember, you and me were laughing so much because we taught these people a lesson not to mess with an Indian on skate. That was none other than Brahma Teja. That is why I very carefully choose this song for you, dedicated this song to you. And if possible, I'm going to sing the next stanza also for you during the course of our interview with you. And this is specially dedicated to you, Brahma Teja, one of the greatest skaters who raced with. And tell me something, you had a very good chemistry going with Pratik Raja. I still remember you guys never talked with anybody during your Indian team training or abroad, and you always focused on 2 things. I remember 2-3 things which came primary objective. I observed that number 1 was you used to skate, you used to eat, then you used to sleep. These 3 things were the best thing what you guys did. I had teased you guys for that many times, and but that is exactly what is required to be the best skater. Don't you think so?
I mean, that's exactly, but before, we can start off with the conversation. Firstly, thank you so much for all those words that you came across. That was one of the best intros I would have, imagined that, you could pull off. Thank you so much, and it's an honor, because I've been seeing the kind of interviews that have been happening over the days, the kind of skaters who came up, and me to be a part of that list, to be on your, on your choice of interviews is something that I think I've done some justice to my skating career. Thank you so much for having me here.
You have done more than justice to your skating. You have been patriotic with your skating, and you have that loyalty towards the India team. I have observed many years, all those camps which I took in Visakhapatnam. I had taken so many camps. In all the camps, I have seen only the patriotic Brahma Teja who was ready to do anything for the India team.
I don't know. That's how it should be. I still remember the first World Championship, I think Korea, Anian. I've been there, I was 16 years old. I've seen these Koreans coming out. Just one guy just gives up his entire year's effort just to make sure the other guy gets gold. How crazy is that? Who could even do that? And that is where it struck me. That's how it should be. And for me, when I go on to that level of, when I go on to skate for India, even case of national championship, there were so many instances when I used to fight for my state guys in the point-to-point elimination, or so many instances. So that's what I personally believed in. You always, skate for, skate for your country, skate for your state team sometimes, skate for your city team sometimes.
Yes.
So whichever level you're playing, play for that specific level. That's all. Right?
Yes.
And the second you do it, you'll always be known for one thing. It's not about how you win, it's about how your team wins. The second your team wins, you win. So that's what I believe.
This put you in a lot of time. It has put you in situation wherein you have to sacrifice. I still remember Faridabad Nationals. You were so good. You overlapped. I think 3 times you overlapped everybody. You almost killed your competition.
Yeah, that was twice.
You almost killed. Destroyed all the competition.
Yeah. So I'll tell you something. So you just spoke about Prateek in the middle. So, for me, when I walked into the senior nationals, there were just 2 people I looked up to. Of course, Subodh and Abbas was like crazy. They were something that I always looked up to when I was a kid. But when I started, becoming 14, 15 years old, there were just 2 guys I looked up to. One was Raghavendra, who was in his prime form. Number 2 was Prateek Raja, who was just killing everyone. And that's when I thought, I want to be Prateek Raja. Later on, I went on to compete with him. I went on to defeat him sometimes. He thrashed me sometimes. But what I really loved about me and Prateek was, we enjoyed each other's.
You enjoyed each other's competition so much. You were deadly when you were doing teamwork for India.
Yeah, that was crazy. I still remember because I used to push him on Vegas, and he regarded my push one of the strongest push that he's ever taken. So
yes, I remember.
So it was like crazy. But it was unfortunate. I still remember that race. We kind of lost the gun. If it haunts you, that is exactly what topic I was about to come. When I remember my career as a coach with the India team for a very long period, I was there for almost 15 to 16 years with the India team. When I remember my career, always few races will make me feel very sad, and it haunts me now also. That is, 2 of my most favorite skaters. I always felt, 2 of my most favorite skaters should have got an Asian medal because you were there. Few of my skaters, I want to name those few skaters who should have got Asian medal. You were so close. Nowadays, people think that they are winning overnight. There was so many years of failures. It was close to, I think, 17 years of hard work before we got to those last 3 laps in that Asian Championship. We finished 4 tags, the last set of tags. It was in fact the last tag which I was giving to Prateek, and then I messed up, and then we were winning the bronze. In fact, there was a Korean in that team, in that race. So they were taking the gold, clear out. There was a Chinese Taipei, there was a Japanese. So almost top 4 countries out of the top 10 in the world were there, and India was competing against them, and we were so close to winning the bronze. And in fact, we were nailing it. The team was me, Stephen, and I think Prateek. All 3 of us were in a prime form. Stephen was going the Zook, Prateek was going good, I was going good, and then I have to say it was on live after I think 7 years after that race. It almost been 9 years.
Those are the two Asian championship, as you said, which is haunting me also. Whenever I go, it haunts me. In spite we have won many medals after those days, but these races still haunt me as a coach because we made so much preparation as an India team. We were together for so many days training in Visakhapatnam.
I think we had 6 training camps.
In 1 year we had 6 training camps. Each camp was 21 days camp. It was in Visakhapatnam, and we were later we went to Ludhiana also in one of the camps. We had such a difficult camp, so many camps just for one event, and we almost started feeling like India team is like our club team. Everybody were supporting each other, and everybody were it was one of the only time I felt that India team is united. It was one huge team which had so many skaters, so many good skaters. Some of them eventually went on to become India team coaches also. Like Vitala was there, like Pushkar was there, and so many people.
Vitala was crazy.
Yeah.
Vitala is, I came Vitala for a very long time. So back then it was Andhra and Telangana together. Now though
Yes,
it's
yes.
a different state, but when we used to skate, it used to be together. So this was a strong competition between this Hyderabad and Vizag skaters. And it's unfortunate that Andhra is not doing well right now, but back then when we used to skate, we used to be like 30-40 people, everyone comes, wins 2-3 goals for candidates.
See,
And
I still remember as Karnataka team coach, later on as India team coach also, that most of the time it was 3 states. Now also it is almost 3 states. Like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra fighting it out for the trophy.
is Andhra still in the wrestling? Is Andhra still winning?
No, it is not the same anymore. Like it is, it is not anymore. It is not the same anymore. But it used to be a big, huge team from Andhra Pradesh, and we were fighting with Maharashtra and Karnataka. Like it was, it used to be really tough competition, not so easy. Tell me something. I wanted to know. I have seen you. Yeah, 2 of your former teammates are saying hi to you. One is Akila Rai Chaudhary. Another one is
Akila, hello, how are you?
Janani Ragashiti is saying hi. Those were the skaters. And some of the camps I noticed in Visakhapatnam, during a lot of your teammates eventually went on to become doctors. Don't you think that was the only time we had a lot of people, intelligent people skating with us? I still remember Manasa becoming doctor now, Pragatika doctor, then
Oh my God, Shirin Nagar,
Pragatika, Manasa, Shirin, and Mrudula, then Dolly. So many of them, they were all in the team, and they all eventually became doctors. And
Yes.
your friend, one of your toughest competitor, Hari from Tamil Nadu says hi to you. Kanishka says hi to you.
Hi, Kanishka, hi.
Yeah, it may not be coming in on your screen. It will pop up faster to me because I don't want to miss out on anybody. You are the greatest, and you wore one thing made you extraordinary was you wore. I still remember you wore that jacket. I was in the spectator gallery today. I want to share with my viewers one extraordinary event which happened during the competition in Bangalore. Like lot of people. Brahma Teja managed it so well. The anxiety part of it, he managed it so well with the jacket on. He was rough. He was head on, colliding with all his competitors, telling that, hey, come and beat me. And many events, when he wore the jacket, some of the spectators used to tell me that, sir, who is this guy? And some of them, most of them, they wanted to see you lose.
Yeah, they want
Something like, I want to compare you, I remember I was reading this book by Lance Armstrong, Every Second Counts, and in that he has told me, whenever he was on Tour de France cycling in the French Alps, and he said people wanted to see him lose. That is exactly what happened with you. Because you did it so easily.
So they wanted me to lose for a lot of reasons. One of the most primary reasons, at least when it comes to the national championship, I'm sure I had a lot of Maharashtrians and Gujarat people who were so badly against me winning. Nothing offensive. The reason is I used to favor my state so much. I used to have this skater called Manoj with me, if you remember.
Yes, Manoj Gadde.
So Manoj, I used to pull him so much. So the point is, I always believed in this. If you're skating point to point of your skating elimination, you should be so strong that you don't determine just your place, but you determine the 1, 2, 3 of that race. That's how strong you should be in point to point. That is how I believe. That's how you train. If you are able to train in such a position that you can decide the 1, 2, 3 of the race, you are winning the race hands down. That's how I train. So what happens every time, I was so comfortably winning it, or I was dominating point to point, so I used to make sure that Manoj wins in the second. And this used to, so उसके लिए मैं गुजरात वाले को या महाराष्ट्र वाले को किसी को
I want to tell my viewers one secret today. One very, very secret. In many competition, we used to make sure that bronze medal and other medals also, if Brahma Teja wins gold, silver comes to Karnataka, or bronze we get some medal we will get.
But I
We used to make sure that we do a teamwork. We used to
I
be
remember
very-
that.
You did for
I mean,
so
I
many
remember-
of. Tell me,
No, because I remember me pulling Manoj for 2 years, and then Vitala I pulled for a year. There are so many guys I kept pulling. I mean, see, it's not about me pulling it. See, ultimately, from skating for India, I would skate for Pratik Raja, I would skate for Stephen Paul, I would skate for Nikhil Estabane. From skating for Andhra Pradesh in the national championship, I would skate for Manoj, I would skate for Kireti, I would skate for anyone else. Because if I know I'm winning it, there's nothing wrong in helping another skater or even stopping another skater to make sure my skater wins. That's okay. That's how it works.
Yes.
I mean,
Don't you
a
think
lot of
this
people would not
teamwork-
agree to it.
No. Gee, don't you think that this is how Colombia skates? This is how the
Exactly.
Korean team races? This is how USA team races? Italian team has always been doing that. And don't you
And
think
then
that?
the problem is this you, me, or maybe 150, 200 people who have gone with the Indian team to the World Championship know it. They have seen it live. They have seen it happen. But if you take the 10,000 people that turn up in a national championship, or the parents who are so hyped up, now this skating is a parent sport.
Yes, yes.
मेरे लड़के को ऐसा कर दिया, मेरे लड़कों को ऐसा कर दिया इसने. I got that kind of statement also. How can you do
Yes,
this to
yes,
my child?
Yes,
Can't you do your own race? So I'm like, what?
Yes, I do
was
agree.
just helping my skaters. So yeah,
Yes.
I mean, so that is something I got of times, but that's okay. I mean, you have to live with it. I mean, I lived with it for a long time. So,
Tell me something I always observed, when my lot of camps in Visakhapatnam and later, because Kalyan is a very good friend of mine, and we have shared for a very prolonged period of time, of more than 35 years, we have shared a very good friendship, and we were always there with each other, and tell me something. Kalyan played a major role in shaping what you are today, and he was he was controlling so much for you. He was taking you in the right direction, and he was always guiding you in the right type of training, and he was always there. Tell me something about Kalyan and you.
So I started skating in the year 1997, I believe, and I don't know. Just if you can just hold on a second. Hold on a second, please.
Yes, sure, you can go ahead. Wow, look at that.
Oh no! So no, I mean this is just one Almora. There is a couple of others, and yeah. So I want to show this. This is something related to Kalyan, so I'm kind of showing this. So I started skating in the year 1997, I believe. 1997, So January, February, I started skating. We had the district championship happening in August or something, and of course, back then Kireti and all these guys. I was just 6-7 months old this skate. I raced in the district championship. I didn't even get to the district championship. I didn't get selected. And Kalyan sir was my coach. Kalyan sir and Raja sir. Both of them were there. And,
Yes.
I didn't even win. I didn't even get any medal. I remember this very clearly. I started crying after that. That you know what? I didn't win. This and
Win
that
anything.
happened. I didn't win anything. I was just 6 months into skating. I didn't have a clue also. And I was not even close to winning. Forget about winning. And I was crying, and I was a small, chubby, fat kid, this cute little kid, and then Kalyan was my coach. So I remember he said, Teja, I'll get something for you next day. So this person, I mean, who could do that? So he goes back to his house the next day. He comes back the next day. I remember this very well because this is the smallest cup that I had from then till now. This is a cup that Kalyan sir won back in his days when he was skating. He bought this and he gave me this, and he told me, what, this is your first cup. From now you will continue to win, and this is what is the result of it. I think this is something that will remain special, and this will continue to be Kalyan sir's remembrance forever.
I wanted to tell something what I felt about you and Kalyan chemistry, because see, Kalyan is one of my favorite coaches in India, and he was very close friend of mine more than anything else. He was very close friend of mine, and I always felt that whatever you think about India and the patriotism for Andhra Pradesh and for India, later on to India, I don't know, I had this strange feeling that this was infused into you by none other than my friend Kalyan. Tell me something about
I
that.
mean, see, that's what. So I think Kalyan sir was coaching me for the next 4-5 years. after that he had to move to Hyderabad because he got some job. Professionally he got some job and he had to leave skating for a 5-6 year period. But what Kalyan sir induced into us was not just the skating part. And back then, the technical aspects that he knew, no one in Andhra Pradesh skating, because even Abbas was coming up back then, no one in Andhra Pradesh skating knew, because he was the guy who used to stay updated with everything on the internet.
Yes.
Back then I remember he had those video cassettes, not even CDs and DVDs.
Yes.
He had those video cassettes, and for us, that was like crazy. That was like an encyclopedia. Even he was evolving. The point is, I would regard skating as such a sport, like how Bangladesh is today in cricket. They are learning, they are evolving, but after 10-15 years, they will start dominating, or maybe after 20 years. Same is the case, what we were in skating from 15-20 years back.
Yes.
We are evolving, we are getting faster.
I still remember, a lot of people don't know one thing about Kalyan. In one of the nationals in '94, when the first time Rahul was on inline, and we went to the nationals, and we were after the race. I was discussing with Kalyan, and he ended up giving me, hey, what this strange looking inline? What is this inline? How much it costs? So when I asked my competitors, it was only Rahul had this, when only Bunty had this inline, and he had, I still remember, he had told me an opening 75 to 1 lakh rupees of money. Then, when I discussed this with my friend Kalyan, he ended up giving me a big catalog, which was with him already. He showed it is not so expensive after all. Then that has motivated me to win the next nationals on inline in '95.
Unfortunately, I was not in skating when Kalyan sir used to skate, but I've heard stories of him from you, from Praveen sir. If you remember Kalyan sir,
he skated exactly like the way you are skating. You are skating exactly the same.
I'm his product, so I'm supposed to be built that way. So that's
we used to fight in the competition in the nationals, but he was helping me, giving me a catalog. Those days, getting something from US was very difficult. Then I had this, he gave me this catalog. Then there was Roches, there was Mogima, there was Hustler, from Bond. There were all these big catalog he gave me, and with the price list, and he told me.
I remember back then when he came up with these brand names, because honestly I didn't have a clue. I was 10-11 years old. What is Bond? So basically, see, now internet is available even for a 10-year-old kid, but back then internet was a myth for all of us.
Yeah,
getting on the internet,
everything.
Yeah, so this person used to do all that study and just used to get us the technical aspects of it, and the kind of inputs that he put across.
He was one of the guy who motivated me. A lot of my viewers don't know that. After that, rest became history. When I moved to inline, I was really super comfortable with inline, and I went on to win a lot of gold medals for Karnataka in the national championship. But I have to thank Kalyan in this show, because he was the one who gave me the catalog way back in '94, when the inline was just, that year the World Championship was in France. In '95 it was in Padova, Italy.
In fact, I would have to say Kalyan sir, so I became a national champion in quad skating in 2001. That was the last time I ever skated on quad.
Yes.
As soon as I won the national, I won 2 goals. Back then it was 3 events and you have to win 2. You can only participate in 2. So I won 2 goals. I became national champion under 12 or under, I don't remember exactly. As soon as I won it, he and my father takes me to Virag. So Virag was the leader of his life skate.
Yeah, he was.
Right then, as soon as the race got over, I just came out, opened my shoes, wore my tracksuit. Kalyan sir and my dad take me to Virag, and they buy a skate then and there. And that was the first ever inline skate through the hands of Kalyan sir and Virag that came onto the hands.
Yes.
But I wish I had Kalyan sir for a very long time after that, but he had to move on with his professional life. He moved to Hyderabad. In fact, I used to go all the way till Hyderabad. I used to train with him for 15-20 days and come back. He was not into coaching, but only for me. He used to come, get up early in the morning at 4. I used to stay in my relative's house. We used to select some random road in Hyderabad, and we used to go there, we used to skate, and we used to come back.
Yes. Yes, yes.
So,
Nice.
and but
Nice.
later, but I also have to include this big name. So Raja sir, if you remember.
Yes, yes,
So
Rajesh.
after 2005, 2006, once Kalyan sir was out of the system a little because he actually went on professionally with his life. Now that he's back, Kalyan sir is back now after I left skating. But the core part of me becoming a national champion, the base was built by Kalyan sir, and after that, me and Raja sir were the guys who built everything. And during the time when I became a national champion and stuff, it was Raja sir's support, and especially through your walkie-talkie, which you gifted me. If you remember, you gifted me a walkie-talkie.
Yes, yes, yes.
Trust me, I trained with that for 4 years, literally. So I was a guy who used to train point to point all alone. I never ever followed anyone. I used to do point to point like a time trial. So Raja's task was he holds the watch.
They give you all the information.
He laps every time. I mean, every lap he used to time and he used to write it in a book. At the end of 50 laps, he used to check the average that he used to maintain, and he used to tell me, Teda, you're slowing down this lap. Teda, you're getting faster this lap. And trust me, that was the thing that helped me actually go on to win point to point with such dominance for the next 5-6 years. I mean,
Yes.
I could literally choose which lap I want to go and which lap I can stay back. And yeah, so Raja sir's hand in me, being a part. I mean, it was actually Raja and Kalyan. I cannot justify this and that, but they're two eyes of my career.
Yes. Tell me something.
And you being the brain.
Tell me something. You had lot of competition, tough competition.
Yeah.
Tell me who is your favorite competitor? Like you had lot of people, like ton-load of them competing in your state as well as in the nationals. Kiriti was there in your state. Stephen was there. Then a lot of people. Kirat was there. Was he there or was he? He was not.
No, Kirat was not. I mean, Kirat was there, but I mean,
he was not a good roller skater.
He was not. He was not a good roller skater. I mean, no, I can't say he was not. Stephen was
Yeah.
definitely. So, I in fact saw a very controversial question in one of the comments.
Yes. I typed it also. I am going to come back to that later on because
We'll come back to that later on. But if you ask me about who I really enjoyed competing against, I would have to say Stephen Paul in the senior days. Back in my junior days, there was a skater called Saket.
Saket was there. Yes.
So Saket was a guy, Saket Verma. He was, so basically for us, it was a battle of two clubs. Friends Roller Skating Association and his club, I forgot the name. But it was two clubs when the entire parents of my club and his club would watch just our race to see who's winning. So Saket was crazy good. Stephen was crazy. I loved competing against him. He beat the shit out of me a lot of times. I do the shit out of him a lot of times. But one skater I really, look forward to always compete, and someone, see, it's like, I cannot say, it is like, as I always said, Pratik and Raghavendra are the two guys who inspired me.
They were really tough competitors. Most of the people on my
It was my dream to come and beat Pratik and Raghavendra, and I
they
can
were
say
really
this
tough
openly.
guys. Yeah, they were really
I used
tough
to
guys.
train only to beat them.
Yeah.
Because I knew if I beat them, I'm becoming the national champion.
Yes.
Undoubtedly. Because they were so good, they were so much on a different level back then. And Pratik was something that I wanted to and hoped. Thank God I did it a couple of times. But yeah, he was crazy. I mean, he was just inspirational, and I would still regard Pratik Raja as the greatest skater that India has ever produced. People might come up with different names. I understand there are a lot of other guys who are coming up with better results.
No, my next question is like that. A lot of people nowadays, a lot of people who have left skating, a lot of people still think, a lot of people who have left skating and they always talk so much about roller skating, and they become pundits of roller skating, and they become, what is that? They know everything kind of thing. Recently I was watching a live show, and they were all discussing like they know everything about skating, literally everything. And they had some of them, I always felt this, you may correct me if I am wrong. I always felt that, the competition level was so high. Some of these pundits of skating left skating and they shared because they couldn't take the workload which was required to be champion, because you had so many champions in that time. They just quit, and some of them going to. What do you say about that?
I cannot say it's good or it's bad, but one thing I can say, as long as you're not a champion, I think you should just shut up and stay. It's as simple as it is.
Yeah,
it takes a lot. It takes a lot, and trust me, there's a lot of difference between becoming a underage group champion and becoming a national champion in senior category. To win a national gold in a senior category is not a joke by any means. If someone has done it, that man deserves an act of respect because he is literally the national champion and the best skater that the country has produced in that particular event for that year, which is not a joke by any means. Out of 130 crore people, there's someone who's winning a national gold in senior category. It's not a joke.
Yes.
That can be Niklesh Tabane, that can be Dhanush Kabe, that can be Vikram Ingle, or even, I don't know the present lot right now.
Wow.
But if someone has done it,
Dhanush has won last year, before last year.
yeah, I think Dhanush is winning it.
Last year he did not participate. Last year was went to Pankaj Kandodia and Aryan Pal. They were the
So who's the current national champion?
Pankaj Kandodia and Aryan Pal Singh, and in marathon.
Pankaj, I think, was there when I was just exiting. Pankaj was just there coming.
Yes. He was. Pankaj is from Delhi, and he is the one who is winning. I even asked him to be on my show because he's stuck up in Colombia, and
he's training there.
He went for training in Colombia. He's one of my favorite. After you, if somebody I look up to, who is very patriotic and who is a very good team player, one of the skaters is definitely Pankaj Kandodia. He is a very good person and he is a very good human being also, and he is a very tough skater to beat, and he is national champion also. And somehow he resembles you in your body structure also. He resembles you.
Yeah, he's little bulky, I believe.
Stockily built and short, stockily built and very powerful guy. He said he is stuck up in Colombia and because of Corona.
It's a lot better place to train.
So tell me something. My viewers wanted to know. Somebody put the question.
I don't know who's Jamrut's record or someone's record.
Huge margin in time trial.
Yeah.
He went throughout. When people were thinking that we're going 25 is next to impossible. They were thinking it was not humanly possible. And
I think he crossed 26, 25. I don't remember what he crossed, but he was
25 something, and
he was crazy fast.
And he stopped skating right after that. I felt
the very next year this thing happened in the state championship, and then the second this happened, he moved to ice skating. I think that was a bad move. That he would have stayed on roller. I'm sure he would have dominated for the next 2-3 years. Because
I always felt, because I have seen him doing roller skating as the India team coach, and I have also seen him doing ice skating as an India team coach. But he was not so good.
I'll tell you something fascinating about Stephen. So he joined. He was also a skater with me and Kiriti. But during the junior age groups, he was never on par with me, Kiriti or Jitin or Saket and all of these guys. He was always the fourth or fifth skater. But he went through this sudden transition under the guidance of Abbas.
Don't you think it is Abbas who made him the champion?
That's what I said. That's what
whenever I meet Abbas Lasania during the national competition, I always make sure that I talk about Stephen, and I always tell that he was a wonder.
I'll tell you what. He came to, I think Stephen is a year younger than me. I went on to senior nationals first year. Second year I came to Faridabad. That's where I became a national champion. My second year in senior nationals, I went on to become the national champion. Stephen also was the first year, and then that's when he started dominating. So there were two Andhra guys back then. One was Teja and one was Stephen. So Teja skates point-to-point elimination ring fight. Stephen skates ring 3, 4 and roll. So he used to win gold there, and I used to win gold there. For the next 2-3 years, that's the way it was, until again Pratik and Niklesh Tabane started coming back and again beating Stephen in a couple of races, and then me in ring fight. I was always, so one regret I always had, I never won a gold in ring fight. That is always, I don't know why it happened. I missed the opportunity.
I want to know one thing, that in spite of knowing so much about you, I ended up being a coach of India team. I ended up giving you an event which you are not, which you never ever took
their take. And you know, in 2010, I ended up taking you short in Asian Games. That was the first time India team was there in Asian Games, and I gave you one of the most difficult event of your career, that is time trial.
That was one of the most embarrassing races I've ever raced. But again, as always said, the Indian team falls for it and Teja does it. It's very simple. Whatever the coach says, I don't care who it is. That can be Stephen Paul as a coach, Nicholas Tamane as a coach. I don't care. Coach has a respect, and he's the coach of the Indian team, and he deserves some respect.
I want to tell my viewer what exactly happened in Turkey. You know, most of the Asian Games, as on today also, maximum number of skaters representing in Asian Games are from my club. That was Pratik. First time it was Pratik Raja, Akash Aradia, Varsha Purani, and Pragna.
Pragna was there.
Pragna was there. Top two was Pragna and Varsha. Boys Pratik and Akash Aradia. Then there was Stephen was there in the short distance, and
in Asian Games Stephen was not there.
No, in the trials in Mysore, Asian Games trials,
yeah.
Stephen was there, and he won the event, and he was in the team, and he had a very bad fall in the Open All India Dasara Cup we conducted in Mysore. He broke his leg, and you know, that was one of the days when I felt, you know, I was very sad for him, and I was really sorry for him. And he, for an open event, gold medal, he took such a risk, such a huge risk against one of the skaters from Mysore. That was Akash Aradia, and he had such a huge split in the end of the race. It was such a huge split. He ended up breaking his leg there. I attribute all this breakage to the equipment what they are using, and still they don't believe in that. Lot of people, if you ask me the statistics, I have a big list of statistics about people breaking their leg, having big callus. I want to tell all my viewers, none of my skaters have one single scratch on their leg. You were using the equipment. We never had inline skating was never so easy. It was so good. We never had one scratch also. Still now also we choose the equipment in such a way we don't get one scratch also. I want to tell my viewers that inline skating is all about power play. If you have your alignment correctly, if you have your boot, you have chosen your equipment correctly, you should not be having. Yeah, boot is very, very important, and the boot chassis wheels very important. If you choose it wisely, correctly, you are not going to get a scratch on your leg. That is exactly what I felt. If you have the correct alignment, I have a big list of people getting injured because they are doing stupid things. They don't listen to people who are experienced to handle such things. They don't have the experience. It was something extraordinary, you know, something extraordinary. Sheer number of people who fell down and broke their legs. Pratik Raja broke, Stephen Paul broke. Srishti had a very good skin graft on the leg. Vijay Vikram broke his. He had an operation on his leg and he cannot skate anymore. So many of them went out with surgeries, some injuries. People have to choose wisely. These are the words I can only say, that people have to choose wisely. After the fall in Mysore Open All India, I ended up replacing you with Stephen Paul because we had an injury in the district. And, you know, I was I was so cold-blooded sometime for India. You can call me cold-blooded because I have to follow so much rules. So I ended up taking you in the team because you were there. And I couldn't give you your favorite event because we already had some of the winners in that. And I ended up giving you what Stephen, that is the rule now also. If any replacement for a standby is there, that person will go to, if you are replacing first person, that person will go to take that events only. That is the rule of the game. So you ended up doing sprint, and we had such a disastrous Asian Games. Some problem with the chest number, getting entangled with our Vikram Ingle, who was my heart favorite to really
Yeah, but
good in the.
I think, but I remember because I was there. I think Vikram Engle was not in his. I mean, he's good now, but back then I don't think India was in a position to win a medal back then because
We were not in a
coming up.
position, but at least we were able to.
We could have
our
come forward.
placings.
Yeah, that's for sure. But one thing, that's something that I always regretted. I mean, I was not at my best or something at that particular point of time. But that's how it is. The sport is like that.
You are one of the skater who was in the Asian Games team. Tell me your experience. That was such a wonderful experience in Guangzhou.
Oh my God! I mean, Guangzhou was like crazy. I mean, I still remember. If you remember, we went to this Asian Games village.
My favorite experience, my best experience, even though I was there in Palembang in Indonesia for the Asian Games, I was with one of my friends watching. It was no comparison to what happened in.
Oh my God, Guangzhou was crazy. I mean, imagine you get a 26 to
about 2 lakh volunteers helping you to go around the city.
Not just that, I mean, the games village was so fantastic.
The
26 stories,
yes.
all just given to the Indian team where all sports were there. You enter the lift with Saina Nehwal, Sania Mirza, Leander Pace, Mahesh Bhupathi, and you are just on par with them. They might be great to live.
Do you remember
Vijender Singh, Mary Kom? Yes.
Right, training right outside your door.
Right, sir, exactly. And that was crazy. I mean, even when you went on to that big food court that we had, oh my God, I've never seen so much varieties of food in my entire life. I didn't even know so much.
Asian Games food section was so huge. It was like one
in fact, I have a video
area.
of it. I have a video of it. I'll share it with
It
you
was
after this interview.
such a huge dining hall we had, and such a huge dining hall. And we used to
That
stay
Matadro,
with all
if you
these
remember?
boxers. Yes. And so many boxers, so many. Our Vijendra won the gold, and our own Karnataka girl Ashwini Akunji got a gold in the athletics.
In fact,
for the
Vijender,
first
if you
time.
remember, you and me had a conversation.
Yeah,
we had a
he
very
was
long
right.
conversation with him.
Evening the day he won the gold medal, he had his fractured hand and still he went on to fractured finger, and he went on to win a gold.
He was
right
not
there
a part of that team, I guess, but Saina Nehwal was there. I met
Sania
Saina.
Mirza was there with her husband.
Sania Mirza came with his husband, Shoaib Malik.
Husband.
I remember the cricket team came.
You know,
Indian
the
cricket
Shoaib
team didn't play that Asian Games.
You know, Shoaib Malik was like such a. I should not be using. He was such a. He was always carrying her bag and going behind her. My goodness.
It was crazy.
You know, that was like something which he never saw.
And the worst part was Bangladesh cricket team won the Asian Games gold medal back then. Oh my God. Indian cricket team didn't turn up. They didn't come to the event.
Yes.
But Bangladesh went on to defeat Sri Lanka or someone else.
And that games room, we used to meet all the wrestlers. And they were so huge guys. Some of the wrestlers even got gold medal there. And
I mean, after 20 years of speed skating, after, dedicating your life to skating, that's where you want to get, right? I mean, you go to a world-class, infrastructure. You are sharing the space with world-class athletes. And the best part is you are one of them also competing against them. I mean, that's the most satisfying part that you can even think of. You as a coach also, I'm sure you would have dreamt of such a thing when you were back skating. And so that is something that, that's a lifetime memory that I will keep with myself.
that was one extraordinary event. We were lucky to be there with the India team, and we went earlier, and we did train a lot with Korea team, and it was really a good experience as skaters. We really had this Olympic experience there in Asian Games. Later on, I wanted to tell you that I went to the Asian Winter Games also with Stephen Paul as Stephen's coach for long track skating, because I was appointed by Ice Skating Association of India to represent India in the Winter Asian Games because of my past experience in roller skating, and most of the team members were training under me, so they chose me to train the India team, and I had a good experience with staying with Stephen and Vishwaraj, Shruti Kotwal for a few days. Later on, I moved to the short track in Mekamela Stadium in Sapporo. That was really good experience because my experience with Stephen, I felt I was very sad in Asian Games because I expected very high of Stephen Paul. He was the champion. He was closer to winning the Asian medal. He was one of the best skater in India, best roller skater in India. But he left what he was good at it, and he moved to ice skating, and he was not so good. I wanted to tell you something extraordinary. I was expecting him to go so fast, and in the time trial event, one of the event, he falls on the starting line. There are no competitor to him, and he just fell down on the starting line, and that made my heart.
Even I expected a lot when I remember he went to US for like 2-3 years of training. I don't know the exact
there in
timeline.
Japan, very much motivated.
I actually expected him to pull off something, but yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was carrying, I think he was carrying the burden of all the 1.3 billion people or what, I don't know.
Exactly.
I was there on the side and I was talking with him, and the day before the event he looked very confident, and when the event started it was such a huge crowd also. There were big spectators, about 30,000 spectators on the